Coming up on City Spotlight, we continue here in Season 12, and we make our final stop to Effingham here on City Spotlight. First, we welcome back to the program Todd Hull, Effingham Economic Development Director, and Jeremy Heuerman, Effingham Director of Public Works. Todd and Jeremy recap 2025 and look ahead to 2026 and beyond in the City of Effingham's economic development and public works. Then we make a return visit to the Effingham County Chamber and talk for the first time with the current president and CEO of the Effingham County Chamber, Katie Koester. Katie gives some background about herself and her journey to her current role with the Effingham County Chamber. And Katie tells and reemphasizes the importance and role of the Effingham County Chamber to the City of Effingham and Effingham County. It's an all things Effingham episode as we talk the City of Effingham and the Effingham County Chamber here on City Spotlight. City Spotlight on WEIU-TV is underwritten by the Illinois Arts Council, a state agency. And hello and welcome to another edition of City Spotlight. As we tape here near the end of February 2026, we are back talking all things City of Effingham. And in this first segment, we are back in a familiar spot, Effingham City Hall. And to my left, we welcome back two familiar faces to the program. First, we have Todd Hull, Effingham Economic Development Director. Todd, great to have you on again.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Appreciate it. And a second time on, Jeremy Heuerman, Effingham Director of Public Works.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Todd and Jeremy have been on this program before. We last taped with these two gentlemen summer of 2024, so long overdue. I look forward to catching up on your respective areas in this very busy city of Effingham. And we'll start with Jeremy first in Public Works. And since we last taped, the work on Fayette Avenue, very noticeable. Tell us about that. It looks great.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a long project, but it's totally worth it at the end. Multiple lane reconstruction, complete reconstruction, and it really refaced the entire city. It just finished up this last fall. And as you notice, it's 4 ways, got great medians, all new signals and everything like that, new water, sewer relocations, and really helps with the look of the town. Good development for new potential businesses,
right. And
obviously the traffic flow is safer and so much smoother just getting through town. Second phase is actually gearing up. Okay. This is of course an IDOT project, but the second phase should be starting up this year. So, yep.
For someone at home that's watching this episode, maybe they've just casually driven through Effingham. This is for the person that maybe not from this area. If they see this episode, how critical of a road, again, is Fayette Avenue to Effingham?
So Fayette is a major arterial that comes through. It has well over 15,000 vehicles per day. Wow. Multiple businesses come through. Effingham is a junction of not only just the interstates, the 57 and 70, but also 3 or 4 major highways, state highways that come through as well. They all convene, they all intersect right around Fayette Avenue as well. So it really handles the traffic and keeps them moving.
Okay. Another road-related thing that I noticed coming in, a lot of new beautiful street signs.
Absolutely. This started off as a downtown project, actually. And we always looking for ways to beautify the downtown. We have a great downtown here in Effingham. And really it was just to freshen up the street signs, consolidate them, and just really make the downtown look nice.
I have down from the social media post, I saw 86, so that's quite a few.
Right.
Very good. Also, another sign that I know got posted up this past fall, Trek Trail got a new sign too.
Absolutely. So the parking lot, the trailhead that we built along Outer Belt West, it was just a better way to identify it and find it. So we was able to utilize some TIF funds down in that area to really build a nice monument sign that really makes it shine down there.
All right, that's what I had listed. So I'm going to kind of give you the open floor, Jeremy, before we talk with Todd and his respective area. Give us a recap of some other things that were accomplished last year.
Sure. So one of our major projects was Santa Maria Avenue. And this was over a $5 million project. It was a street, water, and sewer extension, bike trail, street lights, whole 9 yards. It was over by the sports complex, so from Maple Street over to 4th Street.
You talked about that last time?
Yes, sir, and it's nearing completion.
Awesome.
They did a lot of work on it this last year, and it'll be a great little collector street to help with traffic flow in that area.
Fantastic.
So a couple other major projects. We have Evergreen, another major collector street of ours that's under construction now, and it's providing direct access to a lot of new residential subdivisions in the area. And then Merchant Street as well. The first phase was completed last year. We're hoping to do the second phase this coming year.
Okay, and a project or two that's of notable variety coming up this year as we tape here at the end of the second month of the year. A project that's coming up here that you'd like to share with our audience?
So one of our big projects we've been working on is Ford Avenue Extension and the Roundabout project.
Wow.
And we are hopefully, should be going into full design of the roundabout, and we are looking forward to bidding that publicly later this year. So construction could tentatively start this year, but most likely next year on that roundabout project. So that'll be a major change on the north end of town for traffic flow.
You've been doing this program long enough that when you say a certain street, I know where it is.
That's great.
Taking this program over a decade, so when you say the certain street, I know where that is. So.
Yeah.
All right, very good. We'll catch back with you in just a second here, Jeremy. Thank you for that. Todd, we talk about economic development here with you in your area, and this might have been a question maybe for Jeremy, but I wrote it down. The city's enterprise zone program. Look like you have a lot of monies that have been invested for housing projects. Is that something either one of you could?
Yeah, so actually that was one of my
Perfect.
items. So
all right,
that works out great.
Awesome.
So I think we kind of touched on this last time. We were kind of in the infancy stages of doing this, but we did add the housing component to the enterprise zone. So what that means is if you build a new single-family resident home, in the enterprise zone, you're eligible for a 5-year real estate tax abatement. And if it's multifamily, you're eligible for a 3-year real estate tax abatement. Along with that, you get sales tax exemption on your building materials. And so over the last about 2 years or so, we have had 72 projects occur in the enterprise zone that are housing related. About 50 of those are multifamily, and then 22 or so are single family. So it's been pretty successful. We've added about 4 subdivisions to the enterprise zone as well, adding about 120 more lots into the city that would be eligible for development for new housing. So it's been very successful.
Very good. Thank you for that. My next question probably might have some overlap. You see in our next segment, talking with Katie Koester from the Chamber, but give us a few highlights of some new economic development in 2025 in the community.
So one thing underway right now is Sarah Bush Hospital is constructing a brand new 40,000 square foot 2-story facility in the community, be a multi-clinic complex.
Location?
On the north end of town on Maple Street, just kind of in the hospital medical park area.
Good location.
Right, appropriate location. Yeah. So that's a big project underway right now. We've got a couple restaurants that are looking at Effingham, probably be moving forward with their projects here.
Sure.
One large project that's in the works is a large commercial project that we've been working on, would be on the north end of town as well. And then we have a large rail project that we're working on, which would be down in the south end of the community, more in our business park area.
True. Okay. I guess a question that I may be asking Katie later in our segment is as you come down to Effingham via the interstate and you kind of think maybe what would Effingham look like without the interstate? Is Effingham still the draw? The last time I talked with you, and even maybe back to the first time I talked with you about Effingham and what the interstate provides, is Effingham still that draw that people want to come here and settle their business?
Oh yes, like you say, the location is huge. Jeremy mentioned it earlier, but we have crisscrossing interstates.
Yes.
We have several state and federal highways that come through town, crisscrossing railroads. We have a short line railroad. So, whether it's commercial business or industrial, I think we have a lot to offer. We have multiple different incentive programs that we can offer to businesses that are wanting to locate. Our daytime population doubles because of we're a micropolitan center that everybody comes in to
It's
work
still
and shop.
the craziest thing that I've heard, the first time I heard the number of vehicles, and Jeremy just said it just about Fayette Avenue by itself.
Right,
It's amazing.
right.
You can see behind Todd and Jeremy, you have the maps, but you can see just about all those roads behind you guys that help people get to and from Effingham.
Right.
Okay. I kind of want to end on this last thing, and you both can make a comment about this, is something that the community has been working on quite a bit here, the 2050 Comprehensive Plan for the City of Effingham. You guys are both have been involved with it. I know it's not complete, but it sounds like a long-term plan for the community. Each of you, what does it mean for Effingham, and how would it impact the community?
It's huge for the city. As we kind of talked before we started taping,
Yeah.
that the plan is something that's actually used by the city staff and the city different committees that we have here. The Planning Commission especially uses the plan when they make decisions, affecting development in the city. It provides a guideline for the city staff on developing the community and working with projects, which direction to build new more streets and so forth. So it's a huge thing to have, and we're calling it the 2050 plan, but we will be making updates to it during that time.
Right.
It's a working plan, and like I say, it's something that we will always use. So.
And like Todd alluded to, we did talk briefly about what we were going to talk about before we hit the record button, but it is certainly a plan of short and long-term goals.
Absolutely. So like Todd said, it's a working document. We look at short-term, long-term goals. Basically, we go out to the community. We've had multiple public hearings, multiple public meetings, taken the public input, and the main question is, what do you want your city to look like in 20 years, 25, 30 years down the road? What do we need to focus on? What's the priorities, infrastructure-wise, economic development-wise, the downtown, the new Fayette corridor? I mean, there's so many aspects of it. It takes a long time. So we've been working on it about a year and a half, and it's in its final stage and go in front of the city council here shortly.
My final question for each of you in our last minute or two. Unfortunately, this might be my last time taping with you guys on this particular program, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it with all the community leaders, chamber directors that you'll hear from Katie Koester in our next segment. Kind of as an overview, taping this program over 10 years to see the variety of new things that have come about. You talked about the Workman Sports Complex. I remember when that opened. I can't believe that's been 10 years now. Where does time fly? Each of you, a final comment for us about how the community of Effingham continues to grow from each of your perspectives. We'll start with Jeremy.
I mean, it's just exponentially. I mean, with the new infrastructure that I'm directly involved with, we put that in not just for future developments, but for developments that are actually coming to Effingham as well. And traffic flow, like we said, we have so many different corridors coming in Effingham, keeping the good traffic flow through there, not only just efficiently, but safely as well. So I can only see it growing. We're doing projects on the south end of town, the north end of town, east, west. We get along the bridges. We're going in every direction we can. So it's definitely exploding right now.
Thank you, sir. And Todd?
Kind of the same thing. Just we continue to grow. Housing has been a big push by the community and by the city staff. I mean, that's something that we're really focusing on. So I think you'll continue to see the housing development in the community grow and prosper. We went through a small period where we were kind of stymied by having available property for development, but I think that's kind of opened up some more now as well, as far as on the commercial side. So we've got on the very north end of the community, we have some property now that we are able to get developed, and that's what we're working on. I mentioned that large commercial development. And then again, on the south end of the community, that's more of our industrial area, and that continues to grow as well. So I think that growth is still here and will keep on happening. So.
Todd Hull, Jeremy Heuerman with the City of Effingham. Gentlemen, I appreciate your time here talking about how the City of Effingham continues to grow, and we appreciate your time on this program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Coming up next here on City Spotlight, we'll continue talking the City of Effingham, and we'll talk all things Effingham County Chamber with Katie Koester. But first things first, let's take a look at some of the upcoming activities going on in the City of Effingham. And we're back here on City Spotlight, this latest episode on Effingham as we continue taping here in season 12, and we're taping once again here on February 23rd. We are back at the Effingham County Chamber offices to tape for another time with a new president and CEO. We welcome first time to the program, Katie Koester. She is the president and CEO of the Effingham County Chamber. Katie, it's a pleasure to be back at the chamber and talking with you for the first time.
Yeah, thanks for being here and for coming all the way to Effingham. We appreciate you.
Taped with your predecessors, your two predecessors many times, and great to be taping with you here in early 2026. And look forward to hearing what you're doing in the community, the county, because you are a county chamber. And before we do that, let's learn about you. You're a first-time guest on the program. Can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. So born and raised here in Effingham, so I can proudly say I'm a hometown girl. But I've been with the chamber now about a year and a half. Okay. I came from the hospitality industry originally, so I was at the Keller Convention Center, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes.
And then I was at the Firefly Grill for almost 8 years. So being in hospitality is a little different from chamber work, but it's the same thing. Your customers and your members really just fall into the same category. But I love Effingham. I was always the student that said, I will never end up in Effingham. Like, how dare I live in this small town? There's so much more out there for me, and I couldn't imagine myself being anywhere else. So.
And you have that, as I have learned on this program, talking with many chamber directors from our various communities, you have that energy that was almost like a prerequisite for this job.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like your love and being from here probably certainly helped you. And you explained the things that it maybe requires from your other experiences and jobs you've had before. What's it been like to take on this task, and how do you think, again, some of those previous endeavors have helped you in this new position?
Sure. So actually, my grandfather owned a large trucking company here in Effingham for many, many years. So he always instilled in me how important community is, regardless of what size business that you're running. And so being that I was on the outside of the chamber, I was a chamber member working for a chamber member business, I saw the impact that the chamber has on our local companies. So I always have been a part of it. I actually worked under Norma Lansing, who's the past president and CEO, for about 2 years as the program and events coordinator here. And so I got kind of my first taste of what the chamber is. A big thing about Effingham County, and I'm sure in others as well, is the connections that you make. And that was another thing that my grandfather instilled in me. It's, yes, he was in the trucking industry, but he relied on so many other businesses to continue to make his business run. And I think that's exactly what the chamber is. We help each other. Members are members, and so we encourage them to use other members and things like that. So it's been very interesting to see that side of it.
Appreciate you sharing some background on you and your love for doing this. Last taped with the Effingham County Chamber back February of 2023, almost 3 years on the dot, so long overdue. And I think it's important, since I've gotten perspectives from two past president and CEOs of this county chamber. Remind our audience, what is the role of a chamber? And I guess because you're a county chamber, what is the role of this chamber to Effingham County?
Sure. So we're simply here to help businesses. So regardless if that's marketing efforts, or they need networking or referrals, or even making our way up to Springfield to fight for them for different laws and bills, we are here for them no matter what. So all of our programs and education and marketing is basically surrounded by that. And then yes, being a county chamber is a little different than some others see. So yes, we of course support Effingham, which is the biggest city within our county, but we also are in Altamont, Diedrich, Beecher City, Teutopolis, and all of the surrounding communities.
Yeah.
We are, and we're very lucky to have members from all of those counties make up our chamber.
All right. This program is obviously on the city of Effingham, this particular episode. I'm not going to try and deviate from you not talking about new additions and things to the other communities in Effingham County. But as far as specifically the city of Effingham, however you want to take the word recent, tell us about some of the newer business additions that you have to the city of Effingham.
Sure. So we're seeing so many, which is such a blessing. We see small businesses like Effingham Axe Throwing is a company that's been around for a while but just took new ownership. Entertainment, fun weekend, etc. But then we're also seeing new restaurants coming in, new retail coming in, and even manufacturers that are moving to this community. They see what a bright light it is and want to be a part. So we're very lucky to have businesses of all statures within our community. We're also seeing, we talked about this earlier, where the interstates cross 57 and 70. We have such a gym with that I think, outside companies are seeing that and want to be a part of that. So we're very lucky.
Now, I think I stacked my questions appropriately there, because we were joking off camera about kind of a water cooler talk of all questions for Effingham would be, what if there wasn't I-57 and 70 here in Effingham? I think your comment was something to the effect it'd be just farmland.
Yeah, which is great. We love our farmers.
And you still have that as a major component of this community, because there's not many communities in our central Illinois area that aren't somewhat farm-based communities.
Sure.
So from your perspective right now, that draw of the interstate, continues to be a strong reason why people want to come to Effingham, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Something that I didn't mention in the previous answer was our medical community. Yeah. I mean, that alone is huge. We have 2 major hospitals with several offices, of specialties within our community. The Cancer Center, the Prairie Heart, there's, Benuti Clinic, which is great for OT, PT. There's so many specialties within the community as well that with the interstates crossing, you could come for the whole day. So maybe you're driving 2 or 3 hours for your appointment. Well, you can eat at one of our local restaurants. You can support one of our local retailers, just making it a whole day of supporting this community.
Okay, very good. And I guess before we move on here to specific chamber things, your thoughts currently as we tape here, late February, folks at home are seeing this episode the beginning of March for the first time. Your thoughts right now on the city of Effingham's current business climate?
Sure. So I will tell you, we are business strong in this community, and they are constantly growing and constantly trying to find new things within this growth and within this community. So I would say the climate's great. Obviously, there's always like, should I open a business in Illinois? Should I do, there's always going to be hurdles, but I feel like we're very welcoming when it comes to that. Our city is great in terms of finding ways to help them when it comes to, getting around maybe building codes and trying to find them a place to house them. But then also we have the Effingham Regional Growth Alliance, which is our economic development organization. And I'll tell you, Courtney Yackey is a just top level executive when it comes to finding grants to help them and first-time business owner, things like that. So it's just great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's give you some time to talk about the chamber, because I know your predecessors would always want to share about the activities and the goals. As I walked in this room that we've taped in many times before, obviously you have your 2026 chamber books ready to roll out to members and other people in the community. What are some of the goals of this chamber that you have for this chamber?
Sure. So a big one last year was just growing our membership. So we're very lucky in 2025. We had a record-breaking year of 61 new members that came within our chamber, which is such a blessing. So we're at about 565, 570 right now. So we'd love to see the 600 mark in the next couple of years. But a big thing that our members are actually asking for is education. Okay. So we always survey the members just to say, number one, how are we doing? How can we continue to help you? But also, what do you want from the chamber?
Yeah.
And it's always a wide variety, but a big one was education. So we're really focusing on that in 2026. Coming up, actually in March, we have a Canva training class. I don't know if you've dove into Canva, but it's kind of the alternative to the overwhelming Adobe Photoshop suite.
Got it. Yep.
I'm not sure if you've ever been in Adobe, but it terrifies me.
We use Adobe products, so yes, I'm familiar.
Of course. So this
I've dabbled a little bit. Her graphic will be made through Photoshop.
Yeah, not Canva, but that's a nice tool that's free for businesses and is great for small businesses. So we're doing some education on that. Of course, the hot topic for 2026. AI. How do you use it?
Yes.
How can you continue to grow within it? Is it safe for your businesses to use? So AI training is coming at the end of summer, beginning of fall.
Right.
And then some other things we're doing is some roundtables. So we're calling them Better Your Business Roundtables. So we're actually inviting businesses from the same industry, so manufacturers, marketers, etc., to sit down with us at a round table and let's talk out your wins, your issues, and what you can do to help each other. Again, community is big around here. So that's a big push for us for 2026. But of course, Networking is what everybody wants.
Yes.
So we do what we call networking at noon, and it's basically
good.
kind of speed dating,
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
for members. So we actually host them at local chamber member restaurants.
Right.
You come in and you have no idea who you'll be sitting with. So, you're not sitting with somebody from your same company that you
Correct.
see day in and day out. And it's a way to kind of just get to know
It's
them.
almost like a blind business date.
It is, but I'll tell you, nothing makes people more nervous than when you're like, hi, welcome to an event. You're not sitting with the same person you see every day.
Oh.
Immediate nervousness. So,
Yes.
so that's been really good for us. It also is a way for us to bring members into chamber member restaurants.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's been wonderful for us. We usually have about 40 or 50 each first Friday of the month.
This has been a very enjoyable taping with you, Katie, for a first time, and I want to end it on this note. Share with us in our last minute here in our interview.
Sure.
Tell us about an upcoming event or two involving the Chamber, because I know you have events all the time. What is a big event or two that's coming up for the Chamber?
Sure. So we have a great Women in Business Committee that just launched in 2025. So they're doing a big conference coming up in March. So that will actually feature a keynote speaker as well as some table talks, a business panel, etc. So we're excited for that. And then our Spring Social is at the end of the month.
Okay.
It is actually on National Opening Day, so it's spring into spring
There you
with
go.
the Chamber. And we basically just have networking opportunity. We do the Taste of Effingham restaurants.
Yes.
So restaurants will come out and feed everybody. We do a bartender challenge, so it's
Okay.
businesses against businesses. And it all raises money for our scholarship fund. And this one specifically is going to students that are interested in continuing their education in manufacturing, trades, or skills.
All right. Catching up on all things Effingham County Chamber, talking for a first time with the president and CEO of the Effingham County Chamber, Katie Koester. Katie, it's been an absolute delight talking with you.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, and best of luck to you and the Chamber here in 2026.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that'll do it for our latest City Spotlight episode on Effingham, as we're taping here at the end of the month of February. Thank you for watching. 30 communities and 11 plus seasons of covering Central and Southeastern Illinois on City Spotlight on WEIU. Our journey is coming to a close. We will have a special 1-hour series finale highlighting some of our favorite moments from the features we have done here on City Spotlight. Don't miss the 1-hour series finale of City Spotlight, the final Spotlight, episode 261, May 6th at 7 p.m. on WEIU TV. City Spotlight on WEIU TV is underwritten by the Illinois Arts Council, a state agency